You just joined the Create Harmony podcast. Welcome. In this place, we spend time talking about everyday joys. We talk about abundant blessings that sometimes get overlooked. We set our rhythms with the rhythms of nature, and we celebrate the changes that each season brings. And we like to use our imagination as a way of listening to God and tune our senses to the magical presence of the Holy Spirit. You can find your place here. And while you're doing that, you might also find some peace. Welcome back to episode 38 of the Create Harmony podcast. So today we're continuing our summer series, and we are going to talk this week about the trend of ice. So before we get to that, I will say that where I live, it is pretty hot in the summer. It gets hot, it's humid outside. It's a really hot place. I live in the South, so not only is it hot, it's also humid, which makes it feel more hot. And my two daughters are living at home with us this summer. And so we've developed a fascination with new ways to think about ice. And what I mean by ice is like the stuff in your drink. We want to have something cool to drink, something refreshing to keep us cool on these hot summer days. And we've seen lots of reels and posts relating to how to create different shapes of ice, as well as things you can freeze into your cubes to make your drinks have just a little more pizzazz. So I think it's pretty interesting to think about all the different ways that something as basic as ice can be reimagined. So today we're going to take a minute to talk about that so that you can have refreshing, cool drinks to cool down your summer. So it seems like to me that there are two separate parts of this trend. So part one is the shape of the ice. And there is now a huge variety of ice trays available in the marketplace. So this goes from those large cubes or large round balls. And then you put those in your drink to help keep it from melting as quickly, and it keeps your drink really cool without watering your drink down. Or you can get marble-shaped ice, you can get small pellets of ice, you can get sticks of ice, all sorts of different shapes. You can even get specialty shapes of ice. I saw pineapples, little pineapple-shaped ice, or hearts, or flowers. So with a simple Google search, you can find just about any shape you want to fit your upcoming occasion. So if you're having a special occasion and you want to have some sort of specialty ice for that, you can find yourself an ice tray that fits that. You can even find a monogram for your ice, so you could customize it for your next party. I even saw one the other day in the shape of a teeth mold like you get from the orthodontist. So I don't really know. I'm not sure what the application is for teeth mold ice, but if you are hosting an upcoming dental party, you could get that one, and that'd be terrific. So anyway, there are all sorts of different types of ice shapes available in the marketplace, and they're all just interesting and different ways to think about how we cool down our refreshing drinks. And in our house, we've only delved into this some, and we have a few shapes. So we have those large squares, the big cubes, and we have one of those things that makes the large round balls so that our drinks don't get as watered down. And then we also have some specialty shapes. So we have some pineapple ones, and then we have some heart ones. And we've tried them out a little, and they turn out pretty neat, even with just plain frozen water. You don't even have to get more complicated with that. You can just use water, and it turns out pretty great. And another idea I have is that it makes a fun summer dog treat to give your puppy a big chunk of ice. They will work on that for quite a while, and it's really fun and keeps them cool and very hydrated. So there's an idea that you can use for your ice. So the second part of this trend to me is what can be added into the ice. So if you've chosen your creative shape, you can also take this a step further and go in a million different directions by adding different types of things to the ice. So I searched Pinterest for some inspiration, and I found ice with fruit or herbs or veggies, all kinds of different things. And when you add things into the ice, I think it gives it such great color. It really adds some color to your drink. So I saw things like lemon slices or berries. Those are really popular choices. Sometimes people were adding a sprig of mint or a slice of cucumber, and this makes a pretty refreshing option. Even for water, just in the summer, it makes it more like spa water. So you could even do, when fresh fruit comes in season, you can puree the fruit and freeze that and create a fruit ice cube, which gives your drink a little natural sweetness. So you could make some fruit flavored ice cubes and put that in your drinks or your kids' drinks, which all of this helps you increase your plant intake. So that's something to think about. Another way to use your ice trays is if you are a person like myself who grows herbs and you get an abundance of fresh herbs, you can chop them up and freeze them in olive oil, and then you can use those cubes of frozen olive oil with the herbs during the off season. So once your herbs have died back for the season, then you continue to have, fresh basil or fresh thyme or whatever to add to your recipes. So that's another way that you can add things to your ice. So here's another thought that I had that I thought was really cool. We have not tried this at our house, but I saw this on Pinterest and thought it was really neat, is to add edible flowers into your ice. This was so pretty. I even saw some in a picture that were added to an ice bucket, and the way they did it was that they added an individual flower to all the small cubes and then put a bucket of ice with all the different flower cubes in it, and then put a bottle of wine in there. And it was just such a nice way to elevate your drink station. So you could use things like roses, honeysuckles, marigolds, sunflowers. All of those are edible flowers, and they could be used for this. They can be mixed with your food and drink very easily. So you can add this directly to your drink or to your drink station. It makes a lovely addition, really pretty. So to me, this type of thing is a great idea to use for parties, but it's not just something that's reserved for when people come over. You can make all different kinds of ice and use it just as a way to inspire yourself to drink more water, just to increase your hydration or increase your level of plants. You can treat yourself to these fancy ice cubes at any time, and you can pretend you're taking a trip to the spa. It's just a simple way to add a little something special into your day. It'll give you a simple joy that will lift your spirits and maybe even promote good health too. So just think about that. I'll be adding some more ideas about how to get creative with ice to my Instagram and to my newsletter over the coming weeks. So stay tuned for that and keep cool with fancy ice. So for today, for our closing today, we will be doing a savoring summer mindful moment. So if you'll get ready for that by settling yourself into a comfortable position, whatever is your most comfortable position, and think about your whole body. Are you holding any tension anywhere that you could release? Just go ahead and let that go right now. And take a deep breath. Breathe in possibilities and breathe out gratitude. Now begin to make a picture in your mind of your favorite things about summer. Think about fireflies and barbecues and long days. Think about days at the pool or at the beach or at the lake or in the sprinkler, wherever you go to stay cool. Think about the trips you take during summer. Savor the memories of those trips. Think about fresh fruits and veggies that come in season. The color and the taste and the smell. Give thanks for these summer joys. Now begin to bring your awareness back to the podcast. And you can continue to relish the summer joys that you thought about for the remainder of your day, and maybe you'll even think about a few more as you continue throughout your day. Take a final deep breath, breathe in possibilities, and breathe out gratitude. And may it be so. Thanks for joining us today as we talked about all the fun ways you could create ice and cool down your drinks. So good luck with coming up with your own new ideas and testing out this trend. And we'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode in our summer series. And until next time, peace.